nationwide and internationally. We got overwhelming support for the smart strikes. I've initiated several strikes in the past, like the St. Patrick's Day strike. We got a ton of media exposure, especially on that day. But a one-day strike does not reach our goals. What are our goals? 3 things. I would say number 1, we need better safety. Number 2, we need better earnings. Number 3, we definitely need assistance at the gas tank, right? So on July the 4th, we will be starting with the smart strikes. Greetings, Solomon in the house. The smart strikes will be ongoing day after day after day after day until they cave, until they say, listen, we've heard you, and they make the announcement. And sacrificing a morning in an hour in the morning, 7 to 8, never too late in the AM, and 1 hour at night, 7 to 8 PM, 7 to 8, never too late. You're giving up 2 hours a day. You can make them up elsewhere. You can make them up in the evening. You can make them up in the morning, right? We are not here trying to get drivers to sacrifice an entire day of earnings. We want collaboration. We want drivers and delivery drivers to work together and make this a unified action, a daily action. Dear passenger, dear rider, sorry, but between 7 and 8 a.m., there will not be anyone to pick you up. Sorry, dear passenger, at 7 to 8 p.m. at night, there will not be a driver around to pick you up. They will understand that our method of striking, smart striking, is going to have a massive impact. The past strikes have had major impacts. Just look at the guys last night in Detroit. They closed down the parking lot. They striked. They made national media, that made Detroit media. We got to keep the pressure on. We have to be relentless. We cannot give up. And I believe this is the smart way forward to get everybody on board. Now, as in the past, I've always financed the press releases, reached out in my time to the press, pushed out the press releases, paid for the press release to be written up. If you want to make a donation through the live feed towards that, that would be great. It costs me in and around $500 to $600 each time. The majority of the times I raise at least 50% with the participation of the drivers, because they realize that working together, even if it's just a $1, $2, or a $5 donation, we get things done. We get the exposure we need. I will also leave my Venmo underneath the video in the description. I never ask for donations unless I can show, hey, this is where the money goes towards. And in this case, for the smart strikes, we have to educate the media. We have to present them with the facts, with the press releases. Unfortunately, that's not free. Most of these services charge in and around $350 to $450. I pay a press release writer $100 to draw up a couple of press releases. We push them out, and as you can see in the past, we get fantastic results. So the smart strikes, again, not a complicated process. All you have to remember, 7 to 8, never too late, right? Daily. If you can cut out that early 1 hour in the morning, that 1 hour a day at night, that's 2 hours a day that you are sacrificing ongoing, right? They got to realize we're going to be building momentum, getting more and more drivers involved. The moment on the 4th of July, which is Independence Day, that's also a day multiple unions and other strikes are taking place, where they are asking drivers in certain cities to shut off completely. That is fantastic. It's symbolic. We are not independent contractors. True independent contractors, I always say, we're about 20 to 30% IC. They owe us the other 70%. If they want to brand us as an independent contractor, they have to show us that they can treat us as an independent contractor. So July the 4th is a fantastic day to start this campaign. July the 4th, I have spoken to numerous other unions and organizations. There's going to be massive, massive one-day strikes. And right after that, the very next morning, obviously, there's going to be a ton of press coverage, including our smart strikes on that day, on July the 4th. And from then ongoing, these smart strikes kick in 1 hour in the morning, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m., and at night, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. And the easy way to remember this is 7 to 8, never too late. Okay, so 7 to 8, never too late, 7 to 8, never too late. Just say that twice a day, once in the morning, once at night, and you will quickly get into the rhythm of the 1 hour, 1 hour. We have 51 people. Please smash the like button. I would also kindly ask you to retweet the video so we can start building up momentum. We have about 1 month before July the 4th. We're going to build up all the media hype. Again, if you want to make any donation towards the press releases, towards the writer of the press releases, my Venmo is going to be underneath the video. After this video, you can also make a small donation through the YouTube channel. Right now, I'm sitting at a party for about 3 hours. I have about 6 girls in the car that are graduating. They're at the party. They're inside. I can hear the DJ. I can hear the music from my vehicle, and I'm getting paid. I'm getting paid $400 for the night. Not bad for the 3 hours. So while I'm here telling the people, telling you, telling the subscribers, telling the gig drivers, telling the food delivery drivers about the smart strikes, just know that there are multiple organizations, which is fantastic, that are all focusing on Independence Day, right? Because we should be treated as independent contractors. That's what we deserve. The only way, I can assure you, the only way you will ever be 100% true independent is if you go out and register your own company, your LLC, and get your state limo license. For example, in California, they call it the transport charter permit. Cost you about $1,000, but then you are licensed to drive privately. Then you are licensed to dictate your own rates. When you want to drive, you build out your private clientele, and you put a 100% of the proceeds into your pocket. Yes, commercial insurance costs a little bit more. Yes, upgrading to an XL or an SUV or a Lux vehicle will cost a bit more, but I can assure you, on any given day, Monday to Sunday, I make a minimum of $500. Tonight, this is a $400 night. I did $300 in the morning. I've still got a couple of Venmo payments coming in. This should work out to be out an $800 to $850 day. I have not sweated it. I have not broken my back. It's been easy. Couple of hours in the morning, couple of hours sitting here while I'm earning money. So what I'm trying to say is I'm really want to see the movement towards drivers being true independent contractors. Driving for Uber and Lyft while you are setting up your own company is a good thing to do, because you can just recruit those passengers, those riders over from Uber and Lyft into your private company, right? You also have the ability to educate. If they ask you on July the 4th or ongoing during the day, let's say you're driving at 3 p.m. During the day, and somebody says, hey, are you guys on strike from 7 to 8 a.m. and 7 to 8 p.m. because there's no drivers around? Yes, that's correct. And that's not to upset you, the passenger. It's just because whatever you are paying, we are receiving less than 50% of that, and they are not helping us at the gas pump, right? They're not giving us gas assistance. They're expecting us to drive in many hours at a loss, right? Many a times During a shift, you're running at a loss at the moment, ladies and gentlemen, with these gas prices, right? Our gas prices are still half of what the people in the in Europe are being charged per liter per gallon. Overseas, way more drivers have stopped driving because the profit margins are not there. They've evaporated. In the United States, this is a fact. The gas price is about half of what it is overseas. My friends and colleagues and family overseas are paying anywhere from anywhere from like 8 to 11, 12 dollars. No, I'm sorry. They're paying double. So they're almost paying like in and around 8 to 12 dollars per gallon, right? Because they pay in liters, 4 liters to the gallon. Many drivers that are reporting to me through my channel, whether it's Germany, whether it's Holland, whether it's the UK, we just cannot afford to drive at these rates. The companies are not supporting us. When we have the same issue here in the United States, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, if you heard the video that I just made, Dara Khosrowshahi is completely out of touch with reality. To come onto Bloomberg today and tell the interviewer that drivers are earning $39 on average with Uber, I'm sorry, but you are so far removed from reality. They are not earning $39. Right? You might have come across a story where someone happened to earn $40 in an hour. And yes, there are a few isolated cases, but that is not the norm. Drivers are not earning $39 per hour, right? And when asked the tough question by the interviewer that, what about the drivers? They're facing all these costs. Why are they not getting the assistance at the gas pump? I mean, they're absorbing all these. The interviewer understood the problem way better than the CEO. And he got really nervous. Watch the video. His thumbs started trembling and he was very agitated. He felt very insecure about that question. He did not know how to answer it. And just a whole bunch of BS was just coming out of his mouth. It was just lie after lie after lie. And I don't know how an individual can, with a straight face towards the camera, holding the microphone, just regurgitate, just repeat lie after lie after lie. Oh, the drivers are earning on average $39. Yes, everyone is dealing with high gas costs. That's not answering the question of the interviewer. The interviewer asked, what are you doing about it? Do you understand that there is a problem? And he brushed that aside. So this is who we're dealing with, unfortunately, right? This CEO as well as many of the other CEOs, but they will be taught a major lesson on July the 4th and ongoing on July the 5th, on the 6th, on the 7th, on the 8th, on the 9th. Why? Because we are going to leave those passengers stranded. So dear passenger, I'm going to apologize to you in advance, but we cannot drive from 7 to 8 in the morning. We are taking a stand. We need better assistance at the pump, otherwise we cannot drive you. We need better earnings, otherwise we cannot drive you. And we certainly need and deserve better safety, because we want to know who gets into our car, right? People without photos, no name, made up names, ghetto boy, slut girl. We don't need that crap in our car. So you will just have to understand that our smart strikes are for a reason. They will be ongoing until our demands are met. And I have mentioned our 3 key demands. Detroit was protesting and striking over this one demand last night, right? They are not assisting us at the gas pump, right? There is no proper fuel assistance. They know This is what drives our vehicles. It is our number one expense, right? And it's unacceptable that they have not come to the rescue. Now, Ransom Ballard says, I might start 4th of July a little earlier because I'm thinking of taking a step away from the gig industry because gas is getting out of hand. 100% correct. Jimmy Blaze says exactly what I did. Jonathan Alexander says, do you have to pay all the city taxes when you do private for hire? You pay your basic license, your city license, wherever you registered. You're not paying all the different cities, right? I think I pay for the one license, I pay about $70 for the renewal. I believe it's every 6 or 12 months. And then the livery license, that is a one-time fee, right? You're not paying that every year. You're not paying that every year, right? The application fee to get your TCP is in and around $1,000. So I'm here at the party. I can see a couple of the people running around outside there, as you can see on the street. People are rolling in. It's 80 degrees outside. It's 9 o'clock at night. It's 80 degrees. There where you see all those bins, that's pretty much where the people are going in and out. The whole street here is full. All the cars up and down the street. I've pretty much got a good spot right outside. My clients' kids know where I am. I drop them off here. They have their bags in the car. So if they need to come back to the vehicle for something, also for safety reasons, if something happens to the kids, I'm on standby. I can act very, very quickly. So let's see some of the messages here. We have David Sink in the house, Raleigh, North Carolina. We have Ubaka. Are you driving an SUV? Yes, tonight I'm driving an SUV. I have different cars, but I'd say about 80% of the time I drive an SUV. Ransom says I might start. Yep, that's good. Perfect. All right, who else can we give? Carter Joseph, we give him a shout out. Mary Varallo, thank you. Good to see you. Danny Alvarez, how are you? We got Can Links in the house. Please help us to organize the strike in Ontario, Canada. I'll gladly do that. Right? I mean, the smart strike is it's daily and it's for every city, right? Every city. Just remember 7 to 8 in the morning. There's a whole bunch of people just rolling in there right now. As you can see, party, very, very young crowd. I would carefully say 15 to 16-year-olds, and the cars are rolling in. Smart strike, yep. Danny Boy 777 in the house. Q Gias in the house. Good to see you. Thank you for your feedback, Q Gias. I appreciate you. Edward Lewis in the house. Good evening from Atlanta, Georgia. How are you, Edward? Jason Willis, hugs back. Appreciate you guys. Chop, thank you. Indianapolis in the house. Thank you for your $2 contribution towards the press releases, right? That will be spent in the week leading up to July the 4th to educate the media. So I start early to build the hype, you know, get the momentum going, and it's a really good time to start pushing the message about 4 weeks before. And the good thing is there are several other unions and organizations already giving the 4th of July a shout out. PST RIP deactivated from West Palm yesterday. Hit me up. Let me help you out. And we have Freedom Jones in the house. The smart strike definitely needs to happen, especially here in Atlanta. Yes, and it's ongoing, my friends. It's ongoing. It's not just like in the past. A lot of people complained, oh, these one-day strikes don't work or we lose money. They certainly work in the media. We get a ton of media exposure when we do the one-day strikes. You know, we state the reason why we're striking. On St. Patrick's Day, we had nationwide and international coverage. We were overseas in Australia, we were all over the United States, but they will understand what the smart strike is all about. It's ongoing, right? And we will let the media know we are striking daily, 7 to 8 in the morning, 7 to 8 at night, until the companies realize there are so many drivers off the road and they're losing a lot of money. Can you imagine how much money these companies will be losing if we just switch off 1 hour in the morning, 1 at night? And it's not breaking your bank, because you can make up, let's see what's going on. There's shenanigans over there. You can see these girls having shenanigans. Looks like, I don't want to even say it. I don't even want to say it. Girls standing on the side of the corner. But it's a party, ladies and gentlemen. This whole family have the same attitude. Yep. His whole family, Dara's whole family, absolutely. So I can really see this working, because day after day, the more drivers come on board, the more drivers realize, and there will always be the few assholes that will break the rules and go out and ignore and say, you know what, I'm going to earn money. Yeah, you can't get 100% of the drivers on board, but if we can get 80%, you know, within a month or two, and get enough exposure and everybody realize, wow, we can actually get our conditions met. It should be 5 to 6. Yes, it should be 5 to 6. But we got to keep it, for marketing reasons, we got to keep it easy, right? 7 to 8, never too late. 7 to 8, never too late, right? And 1 hour in the morning, that's an important travel time for work. 1 hour in the evening, that's usually when people go out, restaurants, or go out to the nightlife. The whole message here is, guess what? There is no driver on the road between those hours. So dear passenger, don't go out there, right? Yeah, we put the time slots out. I looked at all the time slots. There were several people that mentioned 5 to 6 as well, but the majority said yes, let's hit them an hour in the morning and an hour at night. 7 to 8, 7 to 8. A lot of people rolling in here right now. See, boys are rolling in. Little girlies there. Look at the body language. All the girls are looking, scoping out. Look at the body language change. Hugs, hugs, hugs. Gas is $5.25. And then paying 60 a mile, it just doesn't cut it. Doesn't work out. You're absolutely right. Uber has ties with their background check company. The background check company is basically refusing to take, a checker. I'm telling you, I would not be surprised if the company Checker gets a massive, massive class action lawsuit against them. The shenanigans done between Checker, Uber and Lyft are off the charts, right? The reasons why they are not onboarding many of the drivers is because they are looking at your consumer reports as well. Uber and Lyft say, no, we don't look at the consumer reports as part of the background check. I can tell you that's absolute BS. They are. I've proven it several times over. And if and when these class action attorneys find out that Checker is indeed doing that with Uber and Lyft, I can tell you the lawsuits will follow. The lawsuits will follow. You bought gas for $5.89. I bought gas for $6.10. I had to fill up, and it was painful. It was absolutely painful. Uber should, you see, you can have a clean record and say, oh, well, you know, I should pass that background check, right? But the problem is you have one consumer report agency, just one out of 20 something consumer report agencies, just giving one negative mention, and they hold you back, right? They hold you back. What does Danny say? Danny says Uber should state if a rider has a psychological condition. Picked up a lady with schizophrenia and it was not a good ride at all. See, I mean, it's like you'll have all these crazies in your car. Now that's going to be a little difficult, right? For the company to know the mental state of their passengers. But one thing is for sure, if they were to run a basic background check, Airbnb does this on every client going into the building and renting an Airbnb. If you want to become a passenger, a rider ongoing with Uber and Lyft, you should undergo a background check, right? You should, right? We have to undergo one. Why shouldn't the rider undergo a background check? Because I can assure you that many of these riders would fail their background checks on criminal records, etc., etc. Right? Ramo, probably a good idea. You know, if you left Uber 4 years ago and had started building out your private limo company, I can guarantee you'd be making $500 to $1,500 a day. If you'd spent those 4 years building out your company, you'd be making bank. Holy Pete, the San Francisco gas is out of control. Absolutely, Brian. Strict Machine says, I don't know whether or not a rider is a risk. It's a gamble. Every trip right now is a gamble. And I think it was even more dangerous when the riders were in the back wearing a mask, because that was their excuse to disguise. They would disguise the whole face. And people got really, really nervous when somebody got in behind you in the passenger seat behind the driver and their whole face was covered. So you didn't really know, is this a mask that they're wearing to prevent COVID, or is this a mask because they have a carjacking planned and they don't want to be seen on camera, right? So please put those cameras, those dash cams in your car. It is very, very important. Muy importante. I always show drivers this little gadget here. This is the display ride one. You could go out and get a Van True. This uploads everything directly via satellite into a cloud. So there's not a little disk in here as the most dash cams have, where if something happens, you have to download it onto your computer. This is automatically via Wi-Fi and satellite uploaded into the cloud. All the audio, all the visual. It's really, really good, right? And people have been giving it rave reports. Now it's $20 a month. You get the camera with the subscription, but you know what you're basically paying for is a cloud membership plus a camera plus safety for $20 a month. I think it's completely worth it. If you guys want to get a quote on rideshare insurance, check it out underneath my links. I believe you even get like $5 or so for signing up, getting a quote. Why not compare what you are currently paying to your insurance company and compare it with the buckle rates? Lai, for fun, is how can you get some? You mean how can you get the camera? Displayride.com. Go check it out. We have 74 people in the house. I welcome you all. Right now, 3 hours, I'm getting paid $400 to take care of 6 girls at a graduation party. They're going to be back in my car at 11:30 p.m. I'm here having fun with you guys. We're having a good conversation. We're talking about the smart strikes, which start on the 4th of July. There are also numerous other unions and organizations also doing one-day strikes on the 4th of July. You will see it. So there will be a ton of media coverage on the 4th of July, including our media coverage. If you want to make a donation towards the press releases, if you want to make a donation towards the person that's writing the press releases, Every time it costs me in and around $500. So any $1, $2, $5 donation through the channel in the live feeds will go towards those press releases. I've always shown you accountability in the past, what came in, what we spent it on the press releases. It's a really, really good way of us telling our story, us telling our side, us grieving our complaints, right? Via the media, via the press and the TV. We got a ton of exposure on St. Patrick's Day, and we did not spend more than $500. That $500 gave us so much mileage nationally and internationally, and we're going to do it again because the media is going to like this word smart strike, and the media is going to like the fact that we are going to have an ongoing strike and protest every single day, 1 hour in the morning 7 to 8, 1 hour at night 7 to 8 p.m. They're going to love that, and we are going to make it very, very clear. We have three main things. Thank you, David. I appreciate you throwing down 10. We have now raised 12, and we'll do several. Thank you, David. We'll raise several more funds in the next 4 weeks. That's 12 towards the press releases and the press writer, and that usually runs at just under $500. So we've got $12 covered. Good start. Good start. I will also put my Venmo underneath. These monies, as I've shown you in the past, they always go towards the press releases, right? And then you get to see the story. We're going to write up about the smart strike. Last time we wrote up about where you guys participated. We wrote about the St. Patrick's Day strike, and it was the best money we spent, right? They listening. What's coming next? They worried. I shouldn't, but I will, because I love you, right here, Professor. I hope I can find help. Absolutely. Fit Connect is in the house. PST RIP in the house. Chop. Can you donate externally? I'm going to put my Venmo afterwards. I unfortunately can't put my Venmo address while I'm doing a live stream, but I will add it once the live feed is over. And I will announce who donated what. As I do in the live feeds, I always give you a shout out and tell you what you have donated towards. So this year we're going to be doing a little bit of fundraising for the next 4 weeks, because we got to push out at least 2 to 3 press releases. We have to really educate the media. What is a smart strike? Why are we doing a smart strike? What are we asking for? And we don't stop. It's ongoing daily until they get the message. Passengers do not have to log on between 7 to 8 a.m. and they do not have to log on between 7 to 8 p.m. because they are not going to get a ride. Period. As easy as that. Now I do have to plug my charger in here. I've got my car running, so that should keep my phone charged. Yes, it is. That's good. Joshua Brown in the house. What tablet do you use for airport pickups? I run my entire business over 2 iPhones, right? I have the iPhone 13 and the iPhone 13 Pro. I have every app, everything I need on those 2 phones, right? A tablet is great. I have it in some of my cars, but I prefer something that's not too much in my face. I have it to the right of my steering wheel. All my vehicles have a magnet, and I can quickly swap out. If I'm taking this car, that car, I can just, thank you, PST RIP, Uber is a criminal company, government fire Uber. Amen. Thank you for the $2 contribution towards the press releases and the press campaign. We are now already on $14, and I'll keep you updated. We have 69 people in the house. I welcome you all. If you're only coming in this late, We kick off on July the 4th. July the 4th is a symbolic day. It's Independence Day. They need to start treating us as true independent contractors. They need to pay us. They need to support us at the gas tank, and they need to up their game when it comes to safety. Those are the basic three conditions that every gig worker, every driver, every food delivery driver deserves, right? Period. There's no negotiating, right? They know we are getting paid a pathetic mile rate. They got to do better. They know that the 45 cents and 55 cents bullshit, it's already expiring, right? So we're not getting that help anymore. It was just a little temporary thing to sort of like silence the investors and the public. Oh, we're helping them out. No, dear passenger, dear rider, we are not being helped out, right? We are not getting the assistance we deserve. And that, for a fact, is the majority of our cost. And that is filling up our car daily or every second day. Flo Kunle, towards the press releases. I love you, brother. I appreciate you. Hopefully, you got to tell me how the Tesla is working out. Thank you, Flo Kunle. We have now 34 towards the cause. We're getting there quickly. Thank you, Flo. I appreciate you. Everyone gives Flo a shout out. So I'm dying to find out how he's enjoying his new Tesla. Flo went out and got himself a Tesla. Congratulations. Tacoma's in the house. David Moran's in the house. Flo Kunle, thank you. Love you from PSTRIP. Well, I usually manage to raise, and this is, I can just report from the history. I've organized about 4 strikes in the past, right? And it usually costs anywhere from about $450 to $550 per campaign. These press release companies that distribute the press releases to the media are not cheap. They run in and around $450. And then I usually pay a guy, I've been paying this guy probably for 15 years to write my press releases. If I tell him this is what a smart strike is about, this is why we are doing, there's no better guy than Andrew Carmen that captures that in the right amount of words. So usually I can tell you I raise at least half of what I spend, which is fine. That means I don't have to absorb the whole cost. Yes, at the same time, I am earning revenue through the channel. I am getting YouTube and Google advertising money, and I put at least 50% of that towards those press releases. The other half is thankfully raised by you guys. Am I at LAX? No, I am at a private party. As you can see, there's a couple of people there by those trash bins over there, people coming in and out. I'm getting paid $400 for 3 hours sitting here, just in case of an emergency, in case one of the 6 kids, I'm going to call them kids, they're 15 to 16-year-old teenagers, in case there's an emergency. I wait outside, they know where I'm parked, and then at 11:30 p.m. I drive them home. That is really not bad money for a 3-hour shift. And it's not so far. I mean, the drive is 25 minutes to this venue, 25 minutes back. So I will be driving a total of 50 miles. I won't be burning up crazy gas tonight. 50 minutes of driving, not too bad. Right now, my car is running, for example, because I'm charging the phone. I got the light going here, as you can see. Let me just show you guys what light I'm using. So this is why, see, I got that's definitely not Dara. That's definitely not Dara. Dara doesn't have a halo. And there it is, there's the light. Because it's New York, genius, the cost of living is one of the highest in the nation. Yes, New York and California can shake hands. Probably number 1 and number 2 highest cost of living. So they better come to the party in California and New York, but not only in California and New York, in every state, in every city and every state, in all the 600 cities that they operate in. They know they can do much better, right? They can start taking care of the drivers, right? They can start trimming their supersonic salaries. It is absolute nonsense that they are charging this month much. I had a really good conversation with my attorneys today. I'm not going to go into much detail, but I did sue Uber and Lyft 3 years ago, still in court 3 years ago, for a lot of money. Some of you know the dollar figure, right? And it's looking good. I will not stop until Uber has settled with me and Lyft has settled with me. And there's many of you that have class action lawsuits against the companies. It is my belief that in the next few months, many of these Flo spent $10 on charging today at home and Supercharger made 180 on 4 rides. Wow. After working on my business, approx 150 miles today. That is fantastic. And thank you, Flo. I appreciate you. Flo just threw down another 20. Give everybody Flo Kunle a shout out, subscribe to him. So let me just see. So you spent $10 on the Supercharger. If I may ask, how long were you on the Supercharger? So that is really, really not bad. If you are spending $10 on your Tesla, and this is the type of feedback that I cherish, that I appreciate, and he put in 150 miles, he did 4 trips, and he made $180. That's good, Flo. That's awesome. Congratulations. I like that. Real people, real numbers, real feedback. Cheers to Flo. That's good. And wow, and then realize, and really, if you start comparing the $10 that you paid on the Supercharger versus what I put in, right? I'm putting in 100 minimum to $100 to $150 gas per day. So roughly $3,500 to $4,500 of gasoline at the moment per month. PSTRAP Flo, bless me with the luck. What's your YouTube sub? Just you can click on his profile and sub to him. And James is in the house. James Pennington's in the house. And then the other thing, I do want to mention Fit Connect. I don't own a Tesla, I own a Prius. Prius is fantastic. If you can go out and get a cheap Prius with 100,000 miles, you're in business, right? Me personally, I don't want to drive on, I wouldn't want to drive on, hey, look who's here. Oh wow, how cool! Check, I'm doing a.
Say hi to Torsten.
Check, I'm on a live feed. Say hi. Hey, how are you, girls? These are my bros here, man. Hey, party girls in the house.
Wait, who are you driving?
A group of 5-6 people.
What's her name?
Gosh, one of them is also Sophia. Also a Sophia. Susanian, can that be?
Oh, Susunian.
Yeah.
I know her. That's Cade's girlfriend.
But I told your mom I was booked. Your mom called me like last moment.
Don't worry, Sophia's
We're doing
driving.
the live feed. Hey, have fun. So those are my other clients that I drive quite often. How cool! They came to say hi. I really look after them well. You know, I make sure they're safe. I communicate. That group there, that's another group. Yeah, I'm going to say this, punch her quietly. The one girl in the middle, her father's probably worth $4.5 billion, right? She pays for everything, right? I mean, they go out and drop a few thousand on a dinner. They pay the transport, the parents. I mean, they're very, very generous. They're very good friends and clients of mine. They're amazing. They're in Hidden Hills. So that group that you just saw there, they noticed me obviously in the car. I drive them a lot. There's 5 girls, and I'm actually going to send their parents a message that I just saw them, because it looks like they were leaving to another party. So I was booked out tonight. Their mother try to, oh, I got a payment from an overseas client in Australia. I drove them to the airport, charged them 170. They just paid. They just arrived in Australia and paid. So money's coming in, ching-a-ling-a-ling. Was really, really nice to see the girls. That's my one group, and I have another group of, that's usually 5 girls, and I've got another 6 girls that I'm driving here tonight. So very, very cool. Very, very cool of them to say hi. How cool is that? Are you guys going to another party tonight or not?
No, we're gonna go home after this.
This is Sophia's boyfriend, Ru.
Hey, how are you? Nice to meet you, buddy. So no. Yes. No. Yes.
This is her boyfriend, Ru.
Hey, you guys are live on YouTube, so say hi there. These are amazing people, guys. There's 72 people watching at the moment.
You know what, Torsten? I think you should just drive us home.
Yeah. Hey, I'll come later. If you guys stay late, I'll take you back. But these guys are gonna leave probably like 11:30. So.
Okay, you can text me if we're still here.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I will.
Sophia drove a van here.
Oh yeah, I drove here.
Oh, you did?
You
drove a van here?
A Maybach van here.
Nice meeting Sophia's boyfriend over there in the back there.
Yeah.
He's like, no.
Yes, that is her boyfriend. She's embarrassed. That's
Exactly.
I just met him today. It's really
That's cool, man.
She doesn't have anything.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
With him.
She's in love.
Cute.
It's really
They
cute.
say I love you all the time.
Hearts all the time. I love it.
It's hot sex over here.
Live on YouTube. Already talking about SEX. There they are. Check them out. That's my crowd. 3 of those are my clients. The guys, I don't know where the guys. They're not my clients. But amazing kids. Naughty sometimes, but amazing. It's so interesting that I have one group of teenagers at this party that I drive a lot. Usually they book me out, the parents book me out on Saturday night. Sometimes they book 2 SUVs. So myself and my backup driver, and they pay for everything. They pay for the whole night. They pay for the food. I mean, they have the money. The one girl there, her dad is an amazing guy, and he's loaded. He's very, very successful. Right, so, and then my other group, I guess they'll be coming out at about 11 p.m. We got 77 people in the house. You met a couple of my clients tonight, the younger ones. The older ones are probably in Hidden Hills, Calabasas, Malibu right now. Somebody at the back there is flashing their lights. And as I found out, Sophia has a boyfriend. Yeah, I like that. That's so cute. They're all proud to tell me that Sophia has a boyfriend. Got Germex in the house. So let's back to life, back to reality. Reality is we've picked a really, really good day to kick off the smart strikes. We're gonna strike hard daily. You know, this is not just a once-off operation. And I've had so many drivers tell me, I wish I could strike for the whole day, but I need the money. I wish I could strike for the whole day, but I need the money. So we figured out a way forward. We came up with the word smart strike in the live stream several weeks ago. I put it out there. You guys suggested times, and we locked in 7 to 8, never too late. 7 to 8 a.m., 7 to 8 p.m., 2 hours a day, which you can make up elsewhere. You could make it up those 2 hours by getting up an hour earlier or working an hour later. And so we don't want you to lose money. We just want to make sure that you leave the passengers stranded. When you leave passengers stranded and the passengers cannot get a driver, it sends a very powerful message to the company. Beyond that message from the passenger, the media will be telling the companies, not just the company, but the companies, why we are striking, right? We obviously have to give them very, very good reasons. We don't want to give them 25 reasons. We're giving them the 3 main reasons. Number 1 right now, the biggest topic people are talking about are the high gas prices. They've gone through the roof. There is no letting down, right? This war is carrying on and on and on. Gas companies are gouging it. Everyone is taking advantage of these high oil prices right now. I mean, I'm talking about the industry, the oil industry, right? Everyone else is suffering because they have to pay these astronomical. It's not going to end very soon. It's not like we're going to go back $1 or $2 or $3 within a few weeks. No, it's going up and up and up. I am mentally getting ready for $8. I really am. And I'm not kidding you. I'm mentally getting ready. I'm already at $6.20, $6.10. I'm gearing myself up towards $8. The cool thing is, what I do is I constantly adjust the prices with my clients. I tell them, as the prices go up another 50 cents to $1, I have to adjust my prices. They understand it. They're wealthy people. This girl here, that was just at the window, if I were to tell the client that I have to charge them $50 or $100 more, not a problem. They would pay that. That is what these companies should be doing for us. They should be looking out for us, right? They should have our back. They don't have our back. They turned their backs on us after they came out with 45 cents and 55 cents, ladies and gentlemen. A couple of weeks later, they turned their backs on us and they relinquished that offer. That means even as gas prices went higher, they withdrew their offer, right? They're not offering that, so they call it temporary support. And that is BS. And people are pissed. People are angry. We had national news today. Detroit made national news because they locked down the airport parking lot, right? They shut it down. They said, F you guys, we are locking it down. The cops had to come. Obviously, there was a good thing that all the police were there, because then the media want to know what's going on. Why are there like hundreds of cops, right? Oh, there's a big strike going on in Detroit at the airport. It worked big time. It worked. And I salute every driver that participated in that Detroit strike protest last night at the airport. You made headlines. I salute you. I thank you, because you are furthering our cause, and that is get them to listen. How do we make them listen? You use, and this is the one part I'm really, really good at. I know how to play the media. I know how to play the journalists. I know how to get the TV stations to an area. I've done it many times throughout my lifetime, right? So there's ways how you get their attention. There's ways how to build up the hype. And we are starting the hype officially tonight by announcing Independence Day, 4th of July. Lots of strikes will be taking place by various organizations and unions. Believe me, it's going to be one of probably the biggest striking day is going to be 4th of July. Bigger than any other strikes done in the history of rideshare or food delivery. The 4th of July is going to go down. Watch the media build up in that last week. Watch the follow-up media. There's going to be so much. And I know that Uber, Lyft, DoorDash are all afraid already. They're afraid because they are going to get hammered 2nd, 3rd, 4th of July, 5th of July, 6th of July, and all the articles, all the blogs, all the stuff that will follow. They're not going to like it, right? But what we are going to do, what we are going to tell the media, hang on, yes, we are supporting the 4th of July, but we are also doing it ongoing. Aram, I appreciate you. Says sign me up, right? So sign me up just means participate. 7 to 8 a.m., leave them stranded. 7 to 8 p.m., leave them stranded. Yes, you are losing 2 hours. You can make up those 2 hours, ladies and gentlemen, anytime in that 24-hour slot, right? Timothy says, I think I will just take the whole July 4th. Why not? I'm going to party like it's 1999. I am going to entertain offers from private clients on the 4th of July. I will not drive Uber. I will not drive Lyft. I will not drive for any gig company. But if a private client tells me they'll give me $500 upwards, depending for an hour or two, or if they want to book me out for the whole day, $1,500 or so, I will take them to one or two parties. I do that, right? Actually, for tonight, I had 3 clients bidding on tonight. Unfortunately, I took this booking very, very early, but I knew it's going to be a big night. It's the schools are ending, graduation parties today, tomorrow. I've had 4 or 5 different groups wanting to book me and throw offers at me for tonight, including the girls that were at the window. Their parents also approached me, and I said, sorry, I took the booking already, right? I took the booking. So it's good to see the my clients, these youngsters. They're really, really cool. Ella, Sophia, and the gang. And then I have another gang inside the party over there. Johnny Hughes in the house. The clients always give me 5 stars, but it never shows on Uber. I'm wondering why. And you have the right to ask, Johnny. You have the right to ask. You should turn to customer support. That people are still rolling in. This is a pretty big party. We are the force with your voice. I love that. Sunshine. Great slogan. We are the force with your voice, fighting for our rights as gig workers. We demand change worldwide. Tampa, Florida, standing for cause. Thank you, Professor. Thank you. That is such a powerful statement. I really appreciate those kind words, Sunshine. And that's really what it's about, right? People worldwide coming together, fighting for a cause, ongoing. We'll remind these companies every single day until they cave. You know, they say death by 1,000 cuts. We're going to do lashes, right? It's not just going to be like a one day boom. No, it's going to be every day, 2 cuts. Every day. And it's going to hurt, and we're going to sting, and we're going to sting, and we're going to sting daily. 1 hour morning, 1 hour night. 1 hour morning, 1 hour night. And again and again and again and again until we've educated riders. Don't even try and order anything between 7 to 8 in the morning or 7 to 8 at night. Don't even try. There's no drivers around. And it'll gather more and more momentum. And the reason why the media will be so obsessed about this, because we're not stopping. And we're going to let the media know we are not stopping this time until we have our conditions met. What are our conditions? We have to clearly articulate those reasons to the media, right? And that is, the gas prices are through the roof. We spend the majority of our money on gas. We are not getting help, right? We are burning up all our profits in our gas tank. We're burning it up. We're burning it up. We are not getting support in better earnings. Quite the opposite. They are cutting our earnings and increasing rider. I mean, double whammy, double sword. They are hurting their rider, their passenger base. Riders not prepared to pay that. Drivers are not prepared to drive for this. So they're hurting both ends. They're burning themselves on both ends. Makes no sense to me whatsoever. There's no gas assistance. There's no assistance when it comes to pay, increasing the pay, increasing the rider rates. And my big one is safety, because I believe if we get true safety features in the app, and I don't say this lightly, folks, we can actually save lives, right? We can save lives. If they would introduce a few features in that app, we could actually save lives. But they don't want to save lives. They would rather allow anyone and everyone on the platform and take the dollar, because they hoes, they pimps, right? They will bend for anyone for the dollar, right? Pancho, my friend says, Dara is pathetic. En español, patético. See? Patético. Guys, I'm going to make a video very soon. I'm going to tell you about my entire Europe trip. I am going to be reporting from at least 9 countries. and probably at least 20 major cities in Europe. I am going to hunt down those Uber drivers and get them on the live feed. And I don't care if they talk in French or in Italiano or Spanish or Deutsch, German or Hollands or the Netherlands, whatever language they want to speak, I want to hear their story. Because the one thing I really want to build out is also a huge base in Europe. I feel that if our brothers and sisters in Europe, our brothers and sisters in Canada, in South America, in the Middle East, in the East, as I mentioned already, Europe, in Africa, Australia, New Zealand, if we can all come together and participate, I'll be pushing. I am also going overseas to Europe. This is how committed I am, right? I am pushing the 7 to 8 in the morning, 7 to 8 a.m. in Amsterdam, in Milan, in Rome, in Paris, in Nice, in Lisbon, in Barcelona, in Madrid, in Berlin, in Düsseldorf, in Hamburg, in Brussels, in Bordeaux. I'm going to be pushing this 7 to 8 as part of my campaigns. I'm going to get all the Europeans and the European media, right? So yes, I am starting in the United States. That's where I live. That's where I have a lot of media contacts. But I also speak several languages. I have endless contacts in Europe. I've done numerous concerts in the past. I studied in Europe. I know it well. I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of family. I have a lot of relatives. And I am hitting 20 different gig cities, Uber cities, to get them fired up, right? Because I want this to be a worldwide thing. I don't just want us death by 1,000 cuts lashes from the United States. I want the Germans lashing them. I want the Dutch lashing them. I want the British lashing them. I want the Scottish lashing them. I want the Italians lashing them. I want the Spanish lashing them. I want the Portuguese lashing them. And collectively, they will think, oh my God, this rideshare professor, he's nuts. He's over there in Germany speaking to the Uber drivers in German, firing them up and telling them to strike. Yes, I will, because I am fucking crazy sometimes and I don't care, right? I'm very passionate about this, very, very passionate and very, very loco at times. So I know I can hype them up, right? I can hype up the French. I can hype up the Italian drivers. Stand with us. Stand with us. The Canadians are standing with us. I have tons of supporters in South America. I have tons of supporters in Canada. I have tons of supporters in South Africa, Australia, New Zealand. I want to really get the European market more animated, right? And Dylan Gannon in the house. So Europe, get ready. I'm going to make a video. I'm going to announce all my dates. I'm going to be touring almost 4 weeks, 3.5 to 4 weeks. The last week, my little bro Ryan's going to be joining me. So we're going to do a lot of live feeds together. Ryan and I are going to do live feeds from Paris. We're going to do live feeds from Amsterdam together. We are going to fire up the people, right? Ryan's like me. He will walk up to people and say, hey, can you comment, right? So I'm prepping and training Ryan. He's 15 years old. He's a young grown-up man, my son, great kid. You guys know him. We're going to together single out and find these. I'm going to go to the Uber headquarters in Amsterdam. I'm going to go to the Uber headquarters in different cities, and I want to get drivers there and I want them to participate in the daily strikes, because guess what? They have the same pain and suffering as us. They're not getting assistance at the gas tank. Germany knows that. Holland knows that. The UK knows that. I speak to a lot of people there. I get a lot of emails. I get a lot of text messages. They have the same safety issues and they have the poor pay issues. So we're gonna educate these companies that we for real and we mean business until you act. We are not stopping until you act. Now, I am going to leave my Venmo underneath this video. If you want to make any private contribution towards the press release campaign. Mary, yes, I saw that. Thank you. Thank you. And you can reach out and ask anytime if you have any questions, Mary. Andrew, Bibe's in the house. He says, Dara is so stingy he can't even take care of his own family. What a terrible human being. And I'll give you the facts on that court case with his ex-wife, Kathleen, because I really read up about it. He has 2 kids with her. The one's Chloe, and I don't know, I think he has a boy and a girl, or 2 girls with the first marriage. And he's squabbling over $2,500, right? And this appeal was in 2020. So he was making in excess of $20 to $40 million a year, and he was fighting over her over $2,500. He did not, I mean, it tells you a lot about this human being. He's trash. Dara, if you're listening, any of you employees, any of you executives listening, I'll say it to your face. I'm not shy to confront you. You are trash, right? You're a trash human being. You were pathetic in the Bloomberg interview today. You were lying directly into the camera lens. And I could see by your body language, you were scared. You were afraid. You were falling apart. You were nervous. It was very, very obvious by your body language that you were lying with a straight face, but you were nervous. You were scared. I noticed it. My subscribers, my friends, everyone noticed it. You are a piece of scum. You keep on paying yourself these insane salaries. You're taking from the drivers. You're cutting their earnings. You're increasing the ride to fill your pockets. And we are not going. Pancho, Dara is the virus. Tony Zhu is the virus. Logan Green, John Zimmer. We are going to educate these viruses. You know what we do with viruses? We eradicate viruses, right? We are going to not stop until they have fired these CEOs. $400 million, Pancho. Correct. Ladies and gentlemen, he's not making that up. 400 million is what Tony Zhu paid himself out from DoorDashers. So yes, Johan, Truth Seeker, great name, Truth Seeker, absolutely correct. We will strike daily. Mary says, yep, arms and legs crossed means you're protecting yourself. 100% correct. He completely closed up, and then he had this nervous twitch when he started anytime there was a tough question, notice he started twitching. And then he tried to calm himself down again. The next tough question, he started twitching. He's just like, you can read him like a book. You can read him like a book. You'd think that a CEO would go for some lessons or from some body language lessons or no, the guy's pathetic. You saw that, right? The thumb twitch. I'm not making that up. Free Spirit in the house. I love the name. Customer service support for drivers or a bunch of script followers. The customer support doesn't even exist, right? It's very often it's artificial intelligence. You pose a question, the AI analyzes your question and spits back this pre-written answer. If you ask the same question a minute or two later, it spits back the same question. So you're not even having a human. It says there's the name, and they say no. There's no human. It's a robot, right? And they do not understand. There's no boots on the ground. Those Philippines, the Philippine customer service, or Bogota in Colombia, they're not here boots on the ground. They're not in Vancouver. They're not in Salt Lake City. They're not in Houston, Texas. They have no clue, zero clue what goes on within the company, right? And if you walk into a hub, they're working on a minimum hourly. Do you think they out there to help you and go out of their way to help you? No, they're getting an hourly, right? They're killing time. Have you ever tried to get some real help at a hub? I've come across one or two people that meant well and try to help, but many times I've been to the hub, besides being threatened by their security, I have received no help whatsoever. I can hear the rooster crowing as well. Oh, it's going to be a good night, man. I really love doing a live feed for the entire duration that I'm getting paid. Right now I'm getting paid by my clients. 3 hours, $400, right? And I'm having fun with you guys. DoorDash pays $3 per delivery. I've been getting screenshots from people, $1.50, $2, including a tip. Who works for $2.50 or $1.50, including a tip? Tell me, who works for that type of money, right? Now, if you're on a bicycle and if you're on foot or so, and everything's super close and you're in New York or Chicago and you can hustle here, hustle there, maybe you can get a couple of orders in an hour. But even if you were to get 8 orders into an hour at $2 a pop, $16, and you're running around or you're on your Segway scooter, right? Sooner or later, your Segway scooter that you paid $700 or $1,000 investment to get your scooter, you got to replace that battery as well. That's not cheap, right? That's not cheap. So are you really making money? If you're making $12 to $16 an hour, you call that money? I don't call that money. I wouldn't even lift this little pinky for that amount, right? I expect more than that on a tip per hour, right? And don't set your target here, my friends, right? Here's where you need to be, right? And I'm not saying, and I'm being very careful and I'm being non-judgmental here, I'm not saying that the people that I'm talking to right now are here. I'm not saying that, right? But exploring your full potential, reaching up here, yes, then you are a true independent contractor and you're driving your own car, setting your own rates. Now, if you are over here somewhere and you're in an Excel and they're paying you and you're in a city where, like maybe Vegas, where you can get a lot of trips in and maybe a lot of drunk people tip you very well, right? Are pretty frivolous with their money. They're having a good time. They're partying. They want to spend. You might still be able to make some decent money. I'm not saying you cannot make money in rideshare anymore, but there are many, many cities around the United States and overseas with these type of gas prices. It has cut into your profits big time. And there's many people bailing out and saying, I cannot make this work anymore. I cannot. It's just the math does not make sense anymore, right? We've got 70 people in the house. Please smash that like button, right? Smash it, just like lash Dara, lash Logan, lash Tony Green. Every time you hit that like button, we give them one more slap. Timothy Graphius, is Evie now? I'm driving, sorry. Somebody's calling. So we've got 66 likes. Hopefully that individual can text me. Scott Kepler, I feel horrible as I rent a vehicle through Lyft and it takes about 25 rides to pay off the rental. Yeah, it's painful, you know. Like you said, you've already worked it out. It costs you 25 rides before you've even paid off the rental. And then, you know, ride 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, you start making money. It's tough. It's tough. Legal Docs says, I gave a ride to the airport. Rider put in $50 tip. You know that pisses me off. If somebody tips you, the company should have that tip end up in your account, right? So he says he paid $50 and Uber paid him $13.81. So where did the rest of the money go, right? Where did the $36.29 and 19 cents go? Where is that? Is that in Uber's account or did they just cap his tip? I'm sorry. Like, what are they doing with our tips? They got caught once before. They paid a $60 million settlement. What are they doing again? Are they stealing our tips? Are they throttling our tips? Are they not allowing the tipping amount to flow through. Are they capping? It's disgusting. Don't even get me started, man. I'm getting so damn angry. Your tip is your tip is your tip. It is what you deserve. Tell riders to tip through Venmo. Exactly. Cash tips are the best, right? Cash tips. Paying his alimony. He's paying his alimony. I love that one. That was excellent. Smart strike, baby. Smart strike, baby. Corporate complaints. So, 4th of July we start. 4th of July, I already know from spoken to a couple of unions and a couple of organizers, big strikes going down on the 4th of July. Multiple strikes at the same time. We are also starting on the 4th of July. You can take the whole day off, or you can start with a smart strike, 7 to 8, never too late in the morning, 7 to 8, never too late, 1 hour in the evening, right? And then on the 5th of July, 6th of July, you just repeat that same pattern. You leave those passengers stranded. Sorry, we're not available for you in that 1 hour in the morning. We're not available for you 1 hour in the evening. And it is my job, as well as our job, to circulate the videos. Let's educate the media. The more tweets we push out, hashtag smart strike, hashtag smart strike. The media often reaches out to me and says, hey, by the way, can you explain what a smart strike is? Can you explain what you guys are doing there? Sure. It's very, very easy. I can send them the press release so that they can get the picture and write their own, or they can interview me, right? And that's the time to my former wife, Angela, who's just texted me, my answer is yes. I don't think she's on my feed right now. It was so cool to see the group of girls, my clients. I have two groups here. I've got one group of 5, one group of 6. I'm driving the group of 6 tonight. The group of 5 tried to book me, but I was already booked. That's really good. 37.9 miles per gallon. Drove all day looking for rides. Oh, you were looking for rides. I'm just saying your MPG is good. Thank you. Hashtag smart strike. Yes, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m., 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. You got it, my friend. Daily. Lashes. 5th of July, 6th of July, 7th of July, 8th of July, 9th of July, 10th of July, 11th of July, 12th of July. You get the idea, right? I tend to sometimes exaggerate a little bit to get the point across. I hope you get the idea. I think it's not a difficult concept. It's very, very easy to understand. It's very easy. We have to have something that's very easy for the media to understand, right? You can't have different times in different cities. No, it has to be universal, right? And if I tell the media the way we remember daily, 7 to 8, never too late, right? Never too late to strike. 7 to 8, never too late. We need very easy, marketable concepts for the media, so they're like, oh yeah, we understand it, and they don't forget. What was the time slot that they were striking again? I interviewed the guy. I forgot now I remember. 7 to 8, never too late. So very simple sound bites that we feed the media. Vegas in the house. Shout out to Mark Bourgeois. 7 to 8, make him wait. 7 to 8, you're going to be late. I love it. Let's go to the headquarters. Punch, I'll go with you, dude. I'll go to the headquarters with you. Hey, if you guys want to get a group together, I'm not kidding. From LA, I will drive up to San Francisco. I've done it. Ask when I had Dave the Uber slave, Kevin Aptrepreneur. We left, I think, at 5 a.m. in the morning, and we came back. We were back in LA at night. We went up to San Francisco for the day. We were striking, I think it's Sacramento, and we were back at night. I'll do it again. If you want to fill up the car, go in my Cadillac, I'll do it. I'll sponsor the trip. We go there with our big mega horns. Like, ladies and gentlemen, all you stupid employers in there, all your executive trash inside that building, guess what? Let me introduce you to the Smart Strike. Smart Strike. I'm gonna scare the shit out of them, dude. Let's do it. Okay? Email me or text me if you're in. Email or text me if you're in. I am open. I kid you not. I'm not in Europe by then. I am open to go to San Francisco. Can anybody check up the day, 4th of July? The problem is, don't they take off on that day? Is it a weekend or is it a holiday? I mean, we can make noise. We can get some banners and make some noise right in front of the headquarters and invite the San Francisco Chronicle and the media down there saying, hey, this is where it starts. So we're starting it right here at the Uber headquarters. We'll gladly do that. Oh, July the 4th is a Monday. Now the question is, my second question would be, is that a holiday? It's a Monday. Holiday, yeah, and the office will be closed. So, need to think about that. Seven, 8, 9. I love it. I love it. And my friends, I can tell you something. Daraka Shashawi definitely doesn't have a halo on his head. Definitely not. Definitely not. He is not a saint, my friends. And that's why we're gonna slap him down. Right, Pancho? We're gonna slap him down. Patetico. Dara patetico. Factual facts. I love it, Mark. Coming with those factual facts from Vegas. Scott Kepler is in the house. Mary, El Diablo, the devil. Exactly. He is El Diablo. Yeah, exactly. And I like what you said there. It's not like we're asking for lottery money. Just pay us enough to where we can survive and take home something worth it. Thank you, Bob. You're 100% on the money, my friend. You're 100%. Free Spirit says Uber closed their Greenlight hub in Nashville, Tennessee since COVID-19. Oh, yeah, they're saving money. Let's go July the 5th. Let's block the entrance of the headquarters. I would do that, dude. I would seriously go there early in the morning and block anyone from coming in. What's the worst that can happen to you? They call the cops. Oh, yeah, no, we're over here. We're trying to educate we're part of the Smart Strike. We're trying to educate the employees what we are doing and why we are doing this, officer. Okay, you don't want us to block the entrance? No problem, officer. We'll go over here. Yeah, but you cannot strike here. But I drew a permit to strike. So here's my permit. You know, and I know that I have to take out a permit for that day, right? Otherwise they kick you out. You got to get like a permit. You know, they want you to strike in the street. There's certain things they don't want you to do. You have to sort of follow the rules and regulations of strikes. Done it before. We can do it again. Dylan Gannon, right? But listen, nothing wrong with Pancho, rideshare professor, and a couple of guys blocking the entrance. Sorry, guys. Can't get into your office today. Sorry. 5th of July, we shut down. Got a hangover from the 4th of July. We just started the Smart Strike. Welcome to the Smart Strike, everyone. Oh, we're going to call the police right now. You cannot do this here. Yes, please call the police. We welcome them so we can tell them about the Smart Strike. Officer, I would like to tell you why we are here. We're introducing the Smart Strike. San Francisco Chronicle, come down, interview us. We are introducing the Smart Strike. Looking like some kids already leaving the party. Let's see, who do we have? We have Central Pennsylvania in the house. We got Army man for you now. What are you? Did you serve in the Army? I salute you, my friend. Thank you for your services. Dan Barry says, Lorenzo, just chill, dude. Drive early morning, sometimes 4 to 7. Indy's in the house. Jeff Caladrone's in the house. Lorenzo Davis says, what up, Professor? I'm really not motivated to drive for Uber this month. You don't have to, buddy. Lorenzo, I'm with you. Lynn, they are stealing our tips. You know, one guy, there was some Uber driver said to me, hey, are you stupid? You can see your earnings. This is what he said to me. Are you stupid? You can see your earnings in your app, right? You can see your tips in your app. I said, idiot, I know that, right? But do you put the trust into your app and think that all the numbers that they're presenting to you are right? I was telling the guy, you need to ask the rider. He said, no, you don't ask the rider. You make a fool of yourself. You got to trust what's in the app. I said, you cannot trust what's in the app. Oh, he says, oh, if you cannot trust that, then you have trust issues. And I said, no, it's not about trust issues. Then he said, oh, well, why don't you call customer support and then get it verified? I said, who pays customer support? You're still in the same hamster wheel. You're still talking to the same company. You have to get it verified by the rider. How much did you tip, sir? Oh, I tipped 20. Well, very interesting. I only received 5, or I received 7, right? How much did you pay? I paid 60. Do you know how much I got? 23, right? Look, there's nothing wrong communicating with the rider, and I'm pretty sure the rider would want to know. If he or she is paying a tip, it is meant for you. They don't want the hands of the company in the cookie jar taking their tip out. If they want to tip you $10, they think you're receiving $10. This other idiot says, oh, I should trust what it says in my app. Just go down to the bottom there. You can see what you are getting, or call customer support. No, I'm sorry, but I do not trust, and it's not a trust issue. I do not trust what the company is presenting me. Hence, I ask the rider, right? Excuse me if you don't mind, I would just like to ask you, I just received $23, right? And a $5 tip. Thank you. I didn't tip you $5, I tipped you $15. Oh, wow. So the company took the other 10. You don't think the rider is going to be pissed? Listen, this discrepancy between what they are paying and what we are receiving as a tip, it's real. They have their fingers in the cookie jar. I get tons and tons of messages. Now, if it just was one person or two people reporting on this, I could say, well, you know, maybe it's not true. But a lot of people are reporting this. Their tips are not ending up in their accounts. Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash it hard. I have been striking since St. Patrick's Day. I love it. The morning and evening. Gas here in central Pennsylvania is $5.10 a gallon. I will not do any 2 or 3 hour trips anymore. Amen. Thank you so much. David Sink, thumbs up, thumbs up. Everybody thumbs up. All right, my friends, we have officially raised $56. Thank you, Flo, for 2 contributions towards about a $500 campaign. That's what you pay for press releases and for a press release writer. I'd say we're about 1/10 of the way there. I did start early this time, a month before. 4th of July, we kick it off. There will be multiple reminders and multiple live streams educating the people about the Smart Strike. Here come the girls again. Yay! Champions sprinting through the night. That's so cool. There's my homies there. Let's see them. Oh, they're out there. They're out there in the streets. Let's hope they're safe. Let's hope my crew is safe. They're so cool. They're so sweet. You need a press release? Yeah, I can give you the top 3 companies that do the largest distribution of press releases. They're good. The most expensive one is Cision, CISION. They're very expensive. I use them from time to time. And there's a few others. But they really get the story out there. And when they push the story out, other people pick it up. They have a great reputation. And for the top press release distributors, you pay. Toronto, Canada in the house. We welcome Toronto. I am going to be in Vancouver on the 13th of August. So, anybody in Vancouver? Corporate complaints is Smart Strike daily, 7 to 8 a.m., 7 to 8 p.m. every single day. Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, love it. Thank you, corporate complaints. Dara speaks crap at the press, you're right. Calling, Jugal says on average Uber takes 39% from UberX rides and 17% from Black rides. Is that what you worked out? Got blocked from the airport again in Toronto. Gerson Pina in the house. Uber corporate or crooks? Uber. There he is again. Say hi. Shout out to the crew. Hey, you finished. Do you finish? You're on holiday now, right? You vacation?
Yeah, we're on holiday.
Fantastic. Good.
Fantastic.
Last day. They're partying. They're partying like legends tonight. There we go.
Yes, sir.
Good. Have a good one. Be safe,
too,
my
man.
friends. Good to see you. They're partying hard. Good to see you guys. They finished school. They're partying hard. That's good. Do you remember those times? Do you remember those times, ladies and gentlemen? We have 10:26. In 1 hour, my crew will be back in the car and we will be heading home. I'm gonna keep on drinking more water. I think I've had like 3 or 4 waters while we started this. We're 1.5 hours, not bad. I'm also going to leave my Venmo underneath the video. Please circulate the video so we can announce 4th of July we start with the Smart Strikes. Here's to you. Cheers. Salut. Nastarovia. Chin chin. À votre santé. Prost, kameraden. No. But we can shame them and we can humiliate them in the media daily. Good night, everyone. Aram, have a good night, buddy. Spread the word. Thank you, my friend. Good marketing there. Appreciate it. Anybody needs help with deactivations, hit me up. We're hitting them hard, and Dara is definitely not a saint. Dara is definitely not a saint. Good night, buddy. Thank you. All right, my friends, I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to try and conserve a little bit of gas here. I've been going, my car's been running for 90 minutes straight. And they refer me to legal tram in San Francisco. Who's that? No surge, no bonus. Yeah, there've been no surges, no bonuses for quite some time. Ted's Rideshare says they increased the pay for Uber rides. I saw that. Phoenix, for some reason, had a small little increase. Weird, right? Only Phoenix. Why did the others not follow? Exactly, we should work on that road trip to the headquarters. El Diablo. Dara, El Diablo. The Entrepreneur, of course, no surge. Kevin in the house, is that you, Kev? Kevin, is that you, my friend? Good to see you, buddy. Haven't heard from Kevin for quite some time. Kev, shout out to Kevin the Entrepreneur. Awesome, good to see him here. And I see Kevin the Entrepreneur has built it out to a nice, how many followers now? 16, 17,000? It's fantastic. Kevin's in the house, buddy. Awesome. Remember Kevin when we went up to Sacramento? We left early in the morning, came back at night, and I believe we even stopped by And was it your mom or your dad's birthday? We had pizzas with them. Is that correct? Do I remember that correctly? I actually got to meet Kevin's family. Just when I thought I was out, you got to get sucked back in, Kevin. You got that gift, that YouTube gift, and keep on doing what you do best, my friend. Yeah, yes, your mom. It was your mom's birthday. Remember, we had the pizzas. That's fantastic.
Torsten, look at the new couple.
Look at the couple, the cute. Oh yeah,
Torsten!
the couple. Wait, let me.
Are you here for us?
No, I'm. Check them out. Say hi, everyone. There's the couple. The new couple. We celebrating.
She's my
this.
older sister.
His older sister.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, are you Torsten?
Yeah. Yeah. Nice to meet you, buddy.
Are you staying with us?
No,
No.
he's been in the
usually-
car with you, but
Yeah, I
you're
remember
driving.
you.
Yeah.
I remember you. We drove back. I drove
You're my
you back.
favorite driver.
Thank you, my
Yes,
friend.
me too. I love
There's
Torsten.
Sophie.
I love Torsten.
They're the best.
Giddy
I'm
up.
telling you, the best. The
Hey, you
best.
know what, Torsten? You are the best,
You're the
Torsten.
best.
You
Torsten,
are the
yeah.
best.
It's
we
on
got six-
YouTube, Zach.
Everyone, book Torsten, 818-835-6222.
How do you know his
Torsten's
number?
There's a lot of numbers there, dude.
There you go. That's Torsten's number. Book him now.
Hey, they finished school. They on holiday,
That's
right?
Everyone's
And they're partying.
It's my fun.
Keep it up. Thank you, guys. Bye. They're awesome. Appreciate them. How sweet is that? Brother and sister there. Those are my clients right over there. Going in right over there with the red pants. Right, they've just walked in. We thank you, Chop. 3R Dave 3. We should do 7 to 8. You're gonna be late. Yeah, 7. Oh my God, I love that idea. 7 to 8. You're gonna be late. Decals for our cars. Oh my God, that is a brilliant idea. I could get stickers made up or sponsored. 7 to 8. You're gonna be late. 7 to 8. You're gonna be late. Hashtag Smart Strike. Hashtag Smart Strike. 7 to 8. You're gonna be late. All right, amigos, we did well. Mary, thank you for smacking down 5. Appreciate you. Thank you, everyone. Great, that's a good start. We started a few weeks before the 4th of July. We're gonna make a lot of noise, push out your own tweets, make your own videos if you wanna. Kevin, the Apptrepreneur, if you wanna support the concept of the smart strikes. If you want to report on it, Kevin the Apptrepreneur, if you want to make a video, we will be striking daily, ongoing, 7 to 8 a.m. and 7 to 8 p.m. daily, ongoing, every day, for the 3 main factors, right? We want assistance at the gas tank, proper assistance. We want better pay, and we deserve better safety. Right, that's what a smart strike is all about. And I've got more people here walking towards the car. Oh, people are pulling out. I am going to snag this spot. I'm actually going to steal this spot right now. Are they leaving? Looks like it. I just want to get out of the... I'm parked right next to a couple of trash bins, so I'd prefer to get out of this spot where I am right now. Maybe they're just in the car. Maybe they're going to leave. Not sure. Car is on. And it looks like they are moving. So I'm going to move up, be nice. I'm going to give them some space. There we go. I think I gave you a lot of space, guys. much better. So whoever wants to get behind me can get behind me, and I got enough space to get out of there. I like it. I like it a lot. 87 likes. Can we get 3, por favor? 3, s'il vous plaît. 3 bitte. 3 alsjeblieft. 1, 2, 3. Let's make a documentary about Dara and let's all post it on YouTube. Let's do that. I love it. In fact, let's talk soon. Kevin, thank you, buddy. Have a good night. Really good seeing you here. I missed you, buddy. Have a good night, Kev. Everybody shout out to Kevin, the entrepreneur. He's been a legend over the years. His stories, his coverage, his editing, fantastic. And a huge shout out and thank you to Kevin for everything he's done over the years. And you're not always going to agree with us, right? I mean, I'm always going to have my trolls. Kevin's always going to have his trolls. We're always going to bang heads. Kevin banged heads with the gigolo, with Rideshare Gigolo. I banged heads with the gigolo, or the gigolo, whatever he calls himself. So we're not always, there's never always going to be a 100% meeting of the minds. But I can tell you, if you look at the channels over the years, everyone has tried to help as much as possible. Worst CEO ever, trash, patetico, Darakoshroshawi. We're on 90. Thank you, guys. Trying to get it to 100. Strikes, yes. We got a strike. We got a right. So get your business cards made, right? Get your business cards made. Have your face on there, your name of your company, your details, the car that you're driving, so that the people realize, oh yeah, that guy, that girl, that car, I remember them well. And the worst CEO award goes to Dara Khosrowshahi the clown. Dan Barry says, we're gonna strike Dara in the nuts. 100%, dude. Now, the question is, how many nuts does he have? 1 or 2? I'm not too sure. The way he acts, it seems like he only has 1 nut. 1 nut. We're on 91. Got 9 to go. 9 to go. What do we have there? Jeep. Jeeps are selling like hotcakes. Not a great car for rideshare, but Jeeps are great. I just offloaded my Jeep. I made a crazy profit on my Jeep. Really, really nice 1998 Jeep. Lifted everything. I sold it for top dollars. I sold several cars during the pandemic. Made really good money. Good question. Why do I ordered the Tesla Cybertruck, so whenever that comes, I will have a Tesla, right? But if I do want to go electric, it's the Cadillac, EQ or whatever it's called, the Cadillac Escalade. But that only comes out beginning of 2024, and I've got good contacts, so I'll get one of the first ones delivered at no increase on price. Any car I want to buy right now, I don't pay over sticker, because the CEO of one of the largest auto groups in the country is my client and my friend. I've been, in fact, not going to mention names, but his daughter was briefly in one of the and briefly on this live stream today. The daughter was in this live stream today. And he just sold one share of his company for $2.6 billion and opened up multiple dealerships in Vegas, has 6 or 7 dealerships in Vegas, 5 or 6 dealerships in LA again. He sold 26 dealerships for 2.6 billion, right? And I asked him, whatever car I want, he said whatever car I want, he's not gonna overcharge me, you know, what many dealerships are doing right now. And I can put myself on a waiting list because he has a Cadillac dealership. He does Chevrolet and Cadillac. He does all of that. So I could get one of the first ones that get delivered at the right price. That's $120,000, by the way. $120,000 they want for that Cadillac Escalade electric vehicle in the beginning of 2024. I'm also busy helping him in return. You know, relationships, business is always about a two-way street, right? Win-win situations. Through my wife, who's really high up in BMW, she put him together with the right guys because he wants to open up a BMW dealership in North Las Vegas. There's two BMW dealerships in Vegas. They're part of AutoNation. They're not really good. They don't have a good reputation. But I know that if my friend, don't want to mention the name, if he gets that BMW dealership, he will kick ass. He knows what he is doing. All right, my friends, I think I'm going to have to no, the Escalade. Escalade comes out as an electric vehicle in the beginning of 2024. I think it's called the IQ, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. All right, my friends, we're on 106 minutes. I'm out of here. I salute you. I thank you. We're on 93. Any last people that can hit the like button? I got to save a little bit of gas. I've got to take care of my car battery, make sure that everything starts and everything's fine. Replenish all the waters. In fact, I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to replenish the waters. Good night, guys. Appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, everyone, for your support tonight. Thank you if you can retweet this or just put it in a Facebook group or Facebook page. Hashtag Smart Strike, 7 to 8 a.m., 7 to 8 p.m., ongoing daily, starting the 4th of July. I would greatly appreciate that. Let's get the momentum going. You guys rock. Guys and girls, thank you. What an amazing audience. What an amazing people you are. Just keep that awesome energy coming. Megan, thank you. I appreciate you coming in last minute there. I love it, love it, love it. Be safe, everyone. Megan Perron in the house. I appreciate you. Shout out. And we are building the hype, my friends. We're building the hype. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And please be safe, right? Lock your doors, your windows, got your mace, got your taser, whatever you need, right? Whatever you need to stay safe, you're number one. Never forget that. Numero uno. You're number one. Take care of your health. Take care of your safety. Fire Dara now. Hashtag Smart Strike. We start on the 4th of July, baby. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I'll put my Venmo underneath. I really appreciate you for reminding me on the Venmo. Honestly, I think I would have forgotten. So I maybe would have. I'll put the Venmo right underneath. Gracias. Thank you. Dankeschön. Spasiba. Merci. Baie danki. Obrigado. Thank you. Bye, guys.